Hey guys, RuneKurt here, back with another video. This isn't a series video. I realized that. It's my first attempt at making a guide video of sorts because I feel like I have finally figured out how to stop struggling at Nex. And I know that there are plenty others out there like myself who want to do this boss and get into this boss, but don't want to get sweaty with it. So I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. Okay, so for this method I use the T70 Death Dealer robes, the T70 main hand, and the offhand, along with an EOF, but you're not going to be using a spec in this anyway, so you're really just using it for stats. The Zuck cape, you can use a kiln cape. We don't really abuse death skulls in this, so really the only thing that you're going to get out of having a kiln cape is that you're not going to go nearly as fast, but you'll still be able to survive. Also a Reaver's Ring, mainly just for the crit damage. You can bring a Ring of Death, either one, you get roughly the same kill time. A Rune Pouch, just for the prayer bonus. We're not going to really use anything that requires runes from this. A set of necrotic runes of every type. You're going to want to bring enough to at least keep your bone shield active. Ectoplasm, I mean you're doing necromancy, you need conjures, bring ectoplasm. That way when you have to renew your skeleton or your ghost throughout the fight, you can. An adrenaline potion, this is really just toward like blood phase and ice phase if you're a little worried about not having enough adrenaline for some abilities. A power burst of vitality, that way you have a backup in case you get double ice prison. Obviously stat boosting potion, I brought a overload salve, and really any aura. I brought penance just to prove that you don't need vampirism and you don't need something like Majorat to do a ton of damage, so in my video we're going to use penance. Also, I have a Book of Jas. You can realistically use just about any god book anyway. I am using it, you know, having it active. As well, on my equipment we have perks as Relentless 5, Crackling 4, Biting 3, Devoted 4, Impatient 4, Invigorating 3, Undead Slayer, and Precise 6, Aftershock. I don't think really any of these are going to make or break you. It's more or less my kind of budget build, I guess. Relics, I used Conservation of Energy, pretty important since you're going to be using an ultimate, to retain as much adrenaline as you can throughout the fight. Fury of the Small, obviously to give you a little bit more adrenaline. And Death Ward, just in case you get under HP thresholds and such. But really you shouldn't. But other than that, yeah, as long as you kind of keep to the bar, I've tested it with using every one of those slots as Revolution and just a limited amount. The limited amount ones make it a little bit more breathable throughout your kills, because you know you don't want Blood Siphon to activate for whatever reason toward like Ice Phase or something. So there you go. Okay, so just to prove that this method is actually a lot easier than probably what most people are used to, I'll go ahead and do a live commentary. I'm not used to doing this, but as far as talking through like my thought process doing this, as soon as she spawns, I wait for her to finish her little jumping animation when she spawns, and then after she finishes it, I immediately do all my conjures, do all my commands, pot up, get my prayers on, my Book of Jas. I do a Excalibur just to get some preemptive healing, just to kind of keep up. And then basically whenever your weapon spec is up and off cooldown, you need to be using it. I guess not need to be, but I would recommend it. I tag her just to get the next phase going and switch prayer to range pray, and then just keep DPSing, or at least what I call DPSing. Anytime that she says fear the shadow, just go ahead and take a couple steps away. And then obviously DPSing down her minion. Tag her just to start the next phase. And then I run away just so that she can hopefully start her heal. I wait for her to finish this little animation here. As she starts putting her arms back down. Immediately go in with a weapon spec. As soon as I get the adrenaline for it, because obviously necromancy is very adrenaline hungry. I don't know where I'm going there. That's okay. And yeah, just basically just stay on her, and as long as you have a weapon spec ready, then you're all good. Tag her to go in the ice phase. I'm gonna immediately get a prism, so freedom. I resonance incorrectly all the time. It's okay though, and then immediately put your prey back on as soon as that is done. Weapon spec is coming off of cooldown, but I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna use it on the minion to hurry up and hopefully avoid another prison. Obviously step away from her, contain this, stay on the minion, and then obviously attack as soon as you can so you can start Zara's phase or DPS dummy phase. Literally just stand here and let your bar do the work. If you have a weapon spec, use your weapon spec. You can kind of do whatever you want to because you're free here. And obviously my armor effect takes into play, and we're done. 234. So there you have it. I hope that this video helps at least one person out there finally be able to start doing this boss, and hell, even bring down the Nex armors and everything else even further. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you next time.